Welcome back, everybody, to the October Country Comics Podcast. This is Devon.
Will.
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Johnny Sandwiches, a.k.a. John Bon Jovi.
Oh.
Ooh.
We got a new one this week.
I like
Neato.
that.
That's interesting.
Neato. How are we, boys?
I'm very
A.k.a. Johnny
tired.
Low Fat Milk.
That works.
I'm just gonna start
You don't
calling
even
it 1%.
drink milk. You
Yeah.
you drink like non-dairy creamer.
But
He
it's
drinks
delicious.
cannoli creamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's non-dairy.
Is it really not dairy?
Yeah, all that creamer stuff's
I
non-dairy.
didn't fucking know that.
No.
Yeah.
The other ones are
Which ones?
the not
I don't
International Delight. I don't know what the other one's called. The other main brand one.
It doesn't
Is there a
matter.
specific reason that the dairy is a no-go?
Oh yeah, no, I'll shit everywhere.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's generally why people don't do the dairy.
This is
I mean,
beautiful.
he could have been a vegan. I don't know. I was just genuinely interested.
No,
Just no.
I'm not a hippie.
Oh my god.
Just the people you associate with are
Yeah.
hippies.
I can't.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm like super tired. My new book that I've like been waiting to read freaking finally came out, so I'm like just been reading that.
What book would that be?
It is the new Dresden Files book, Peace Talks. Been waiting 6 years for this book. It's finally out, and I'm just like,
Is it lived up to the 6 years? Was it worth the wait?
oh yeah, it's worth the wait. I mean, he's had this story planned out for like 30 years, so
Who's he?
Jim Butcher.
Jim Butcher.
He's had the whole thing planned out. Like, the only thing is that it's kind of like some of the books like ran a little longer than he expected, so he's kind of had like push stories off to other books. So it's like originally it was supposed to be like 23 like regular novels and then like a 3-part apocalypse trilogy.
Oh.
So, but now it's like we're up to book 16 now, and he's saying that it might be a little longer than initially planned.
Which really just bums you out.
I just hope he gets back on like he was turning out a Dresden book sometimes twice a year or every other year.
Okay.
So like he went through I guess like a lot of personal stuff the last couple of years, so he went on he like couldn't have any time to write. So it's been like 6 years, and like I hope he gets back on track with like publishing like at least either one a year or one every other year, because yeah, I just want to get the rest of the goddamn story.
Is this graphic novel or like
No, novel. Book.
Oh, no pictures.
But it
No
does
pictures.
have comic books associated with it.
There
It
we go.
does.
Pictures.
It actually has their everything that they've done short story wise or graphic novel wise is all part of the main continuity for the book series.
I see it on the shelf right there,
You do.
Yes.
which is I just happened to look right at it. It's kind of
God.
crazy. Wasn't even looking for
It's,
it.
You
the,
should
it's
buy
the
it.
next thing that calls to you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Dresden Files.
Dresden Files.
And you want to know what's even great for everyone out there who doesn't like reading books without pictures? They do audiobooks, which are read by James Marsters.
Ooh.
And for everyone who doesn't know who James Marsters is, Spike from Buffy.
One of my
That was
husbands.
my next question.
One
he
of-
is,
one of
he
my
is
husbands.
awesome.
Speaking of audiobooks, that new Sandman
Oh,
Yes,
from DC.
the audio drama.
yay, I'm
And
so
it's-
excited.
and
starring
I-
James McAvoy. That's a star-studded
and
cast,
Kat
isn't it?
Friggin' Dennings
Yeah.
as Death.
Did we talk about that
We
last
did.
time?
We talked about this because
Okay.
we went on the whole thing about
Kat
Kat
Dennings.
Dennings.
I love
Yeah, you guys
her.
just said
Yeah.
Kat Dennings, and I didn't listen to anything else that was going on.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's Kat Dennings.
I
mean,
love her. I want to be her.
You
best
kind
friend.
of hear Kat Dennings, and the rest of the world just melts away.
I just want to reenact Golden
And
Girls.
the
with
rest
her.
of the world just melts away.
does.
It's all just Kat Dennings.
It is.
Kat Dennings.
I'm gonna-
That's
That's
all
right,
this-
because you got mad at me because I don't like Michael Cera movies.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I wasn't
yeah, I
really
remember
mad
those.
at you, but
You were like telling me I was wrong about all the things in my life.
I
about
think
not
Arrested
watching-
Development's worth it, even if you don't like Michael Cera, because
Look,
he's only
man.
a fraction of it.
I just can't. Everything he's
I
in,
love
I just want to die on the inside.
Well, maybe you just haven't been exposed properly. Because like, here's the thing. Like, listen.
He's the same.
No,
in
no.
everything
listen,
he's
listen.
in.
Maybe it's kind of how I felt about Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, Steve. You see how you understand? I've actually watched Michael Cera movies.
Okay.
please,
And I
please
hate
watch
him.
Youth and
Well, that
Revolt.
just means he's a victim of typecast, because they always cast him as the like awkward nerdy dude. because
That
that's what he
somehow
is in
gets the
Arrested.
girl?
Yeah, that's how
He's the reason I can't. He's one of the main reasons I don't like Superbad. I hate that movie year one.
Everyone else I know loves that movie. I've never watched it, so I
Youth in
can't.
Revolt,
I cannot.
watch it.
I cannot attest
good.
to it.
Trust
I-
Jeremy.
It's good.
Trust other people.
See, everyone told me the same thing about Scott Pilgrim, and they lied to me because they ruined Scott Pilgrim.
See,
To
I
this
never read Scott
to
Pilgrim.
this day,
so.
well, to this day, I can't even read Scott Pilgrim because every time I pick up the book, all I can think of is freaking Michael Cera ruining it.
You have such a hatred for this man.
I can't stand Michael Cera. I really can't.
Most of the world can't. So
And yet he still keeps getting acting jobs.
I mean,
Has he really
when you've
been
got
in
a thing,
anything?
when you've got a shtick.
I don't know. He makes money. He
Yeah,
makes
but
more.
has he really been in anything recently?
Do you count the Lego Batman movie as recent?
I would.
all right, Youth in Revolt also has Steve Buscemi as his father.
Oh.
Justin Long is in it.
You really do have a boy crush on Justin Long,
Oh,
though.
Justin Long is fantastic.
Justin Long is great.
Um,
I
See
still
the
say the best
appeal.
thing that you ever shown me for Justin Long is the what was it, the Sasquatch gang? Or
the Sasquatch Gang.
yeah.
Is that that
everybody
thing where
go
he's
watch
got the
that.
mullet?
He's got the mullet and the law. Yeah.
I
Oh.
wanted to hurt myself when you showed
He
me
tries to
that.
run on water. It's great.
No.
He's got an acting job lined up for 2021 called Blazing Samurai, which looks like a movie about Garfield in a Speedo.
Is there a hot dog sticking out of his ass?
Yeah, it's a-
what?
It's the movie poster is a fat orange cat with a Speedo on, it looks like.
Oh my god! Please make it stop.
But that's
I
gonna.
saw-
Oh, Batman movie, yeah, was 3 years ago.
Okay.
That was pretty recent.
So
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
guess
he's gonna-
that's happening.
I
This is
saw a
painful.
Garfield T-shirt the other day, and I got really excited about it. It was at
Why?
Target, and I was like, "Man, I'm about to buy this." And then I unfolded it, and he was eating a hamburger. Garfield eats lasagna.
It could have been a
Gar-
sloppy Joe.
hold on. Garfield's a fat cat. He eats anything, but he prefers lasagna.
Yeah,
I would rather a shirt of him doing that thing, like shoveling lasagna down his throat from the tray. Like that's classic.
Have
Garfield
you
right there.
seen? There's this
God.
amazing, like it's like a 3-hour video, and it's all a bit, but it's called like the perfect comic strip. And it's this 3-panel comic of Garfield, and he's just going at it for 3 hours. He's just John, Garfield, John, perfect harmony. Like he just analyzes this Garfield strip so much. It's so good. And it's just like Garfield sitting and then John telling him to go away, and then he like hits him with a newspaper or something. He's like, the perfect comic, as you can see here, the perfect genius of what's the guy's name that created Garfield? Oh God,
Jim Davies.
yeah,
Is it
Jim
Jim?
Davis. He's like the genius of Jim Davis, unmatchable.
I think
This
it's
is
Davies.
a 3-hour-long nonsense.
It might be Davis.
It's
I can't.
Is it
Here,
Davis or
let
Davies?
me look it up.
Oh dear.
Creator of Garfield?
No, how long this video actually is.
No. I think he's looking at.
It's Jim Davis.
Davis,
It
okay.
doesn't say that it's pronounced Davies, but it's spelled
Well, if it's-
Davis. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh dear.
Let me YouTube this for a little bit. Well, not YouTube it for a little bit, but just
For 3 hours,
for
ladies and
3
gentlemen.
hours.
This is just gonna be the podcast. It's just us just letting this play.
Just watch it. Yeah, this is gonna be our
This is
extended.
this is gonna be our
3-hour
longest
episode.
podcast ever, and it's just.
And
it's
that
just,
note,
we're just. This
Stephen
is
went
it.
home.
This is all we're doing. We're stopping talking now. Will's just gonna play this for 3 hours.
Oh, if we're gonna do that, we should at least watch the Honest X-Men thing.
Oh, the Honest X-Men show. This is so good.
Was that
Scott,
recent?
Gene.
Oh yeah, the X-Men
animated
one.
series one,
Scott,
yeah.
Gene. Scott.
And Gene's exgasms.
Yeah. It's the Phoenix Force. It's inside me.
Please stop talking. You deserve your Wi-Fi taken away.
You opened this door.
I did.
You really
I
did.
I walked through it. Will was just
Oh.
like, "Oh, here's a door. Let me blow it up."
Oh, it's only an hour long, but it's this.
So that's our whole
Only an
podcast.
hour long.
They just get him. They just get him to go at it for a complete hour.
I actually saw there was this weird. So you know those things where it's like the dumbest comments people make on like Facebook and stuff like
Yes.
that. So there was one I was scrolling through. It's like, you know, some of them are pretty funny. This one just kind of hurt my brain. It was literally someone made a post that said, "Hey, what's the name of the comic strip with that orange cat? You know, the one Garfield. What's the name of that comic strip?"
Heathcliff.
I was like,
Oh,
John, the Human Man. That's what it's called.
Weirdly
Well,
enough,
as we know,
Normal
Facebook is
and
the pinnacle
friends.
of online intellectualism.
You know what? I've always been like, because I don't. I've read some Garfield comics. I I used to watch the cartoon as a
loved
kid.
the cartoon.
I watched the Bill Murray movie.
Weirdly enough, that was the first movie I was ever able to go see by myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So-
So I got a soft spot for that film.
Are there certain strips where it's like him and John are actually talking to one another?
I don't know.
Because
Not to my knowledge. He doesn't acknowledge anything because all of Garfield's stuff is in thought bubbles because Garfield doesn't technically talk.
yeah, no, I got that, but there's sometimes where like it seems like they're having a conversation like they shouldn't be, but the way that it's done, it's
Yeah.
almost like it's an actual conversation.
Well, it's kind of like a pet owner talking to a cat, like, don't do that. And the pet's thinking, I want that. And like, don't do that. Like, it's probably something like that. But no, to my knowledge, John has never canonically been able to hear Garfield's thoughts or understand him. Because Garfield's really the only. Well, no, Nermal can do it.
Yeah.
Odie's really the only one that can't. Because Odie's a dog. And I
'Cause
guess
Odie's a dummy.
dog, yeah, he's just a dumb,
Odie's the best part
dumb,
of that comic
stupid
strip.
animal.
Agreed.
Odie's
Yeah,
the best
Odie's a
part.
lot of fun.
I love that we just went on like a tirade about.
Oh, you know
was
what
the
I
other
used to-
cartoon called with Garfield?
Garfield and Friends or something.
Yeah, are
did
you
it
talking
actually
about the
have a name,
3D?
though?
Are you talking about the 3D animated one?
No, no, no.
It was like
No,
a
you're
CGI
talking about the
90s
one where it was like you're talking about the one where it was like it was the regular Garfield show, but then they had that that
The farm
intermission.
animals.
Yeah, the farm
Yeah.
animals. I think it was just Garfield and Friends, wasn't it?
So
Yeah.
that's that part of it.
Did
was
you
just
ever-
called And Friends?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you ever
Okay.
watch the CG Garfield thing where it's
No.
like they make like the
I
comics
tried.
are
Oh.
pictures of them, like they model for them. They're models for the comic strip being printed out. I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
One of my first chapter books was essentially Garfield combined with the X-Men.
What?
Yeah, it was
What?
like this weird.
I wanna
one of
know
my
more about
one of
that.
my
Yeah.
one of
I might still have it somewhere tucked away.
no my first chapter books were the Bailey School Kids.
Oh,
I hated
Garfield.
reading.
Garfield.
That was my problem.
Yeah, it was Garfield Gets Real. He like escapes the comic book world and like goes into the real world and like screws around with people.
This
But
is
it's
the weirdest
it's
thing.
an animated movie
How
from
meta.
2007.
Can you find Garfield and X-Men on there?
Garfield and X-Men. You got
was a
it. Coming
chapter
right
book.
up.
It was like superhero Garfield, but they were all pretty much X-Men characters.
Oh, so they were rip-off X-Men. They
Yeah.
weren't the real
No.
X-Men.
Do you remember
Okay.
Do you remember? I would imagine you would have had it too as a kid.
Do you want me to look
The
for it?
There's
X-Men.
a chili. There's like a commercial. It looks like a commercial from Chile, where they interact. Oh, this is
That's-
some weird
what kind
Facebook
of weird
garbage.
nonsense Did you just open up?
Yeah, it's like a weird
No,
something
you
from
need to type in
Facebook.
book because it was a chapter book.
Garfield and X-Men
Kids book.
book.
Yeah, it was some nonsense.
Well,
I'll find
Did
it.
Garfield? The first suggested
Why don't
question
you
is:
just-
Did Garfield the cat die?
Why don't you just type in Garfield superheroes chapter book?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And also, do you remember the
Garfield
X-Men?
slurps and
the-
burps.
It was the X-Men storybook where it was like Jubilee's birthday, and like Wolverine couldn't be there, but then like this weird clown shows up that no one invited.
No.
Oh yeah.
What kind of weird nightmare fuel?
No, it's just that, and then they find out that it's Wolverine, and he got done with his mission early, so he decided to surprise Jubilee by dressing up as a clown.
This is
Ew.
uncomfortable. This would never happen.
It's amazing.
Fa-
Are you talking about Pet Force?
yes.
When
Pet
he
Force.
does, that's when they become superheroes. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a trailer and the preview is the pink cat getting boobs. They
Yeah.
jolt out of her because they
Pet
become
Force.
like humanoid cat and dog people.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah,
yes.
Pet Force. Hey, it's Garfield, Odie, Nermal, and the pink cat,
Yeah.
which I'm drawing a blank on. The
I
one
don't
that
know.
Garfield likes. But they become like yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. I
Like that
remember
was
that
one of
being
my
a
favorite
thing.
books as a kid.
I
I
had
see
that
a
book.
ton of pouches. I think Liefeld did this.
He probably did.
It's very possible.
But yeah, I guess they turned it into a movie as well.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. But anyway,
This was
what's
such a
going
ra-
on in the comic
Yeah,
book
what's
world?
happening?
What? I mean, well, so far, I mean, the first bit of news actually, it's kind of comic book related, but not really.
Okay.
They are apparently Netflix is not renewing Chilling Adventures of Sabrina for season 5.
Drat.
Which is what they said they were giving it. So
Well,
4 seasons or 5? Oh, that's weird. Why would they not?
No, they
finish
were
it?
giving it 4. They bought 4 seasons
Oh, okay.
straight out.
Oh, okay.
And then they were just like, yeah, we want to just like kind of focus on other stuff right now.
Maybe it'll
Fair
move
enough.
to HBO.
I can't say anything on it. Never watched it. I was a Sabrina the Teenage Witch fan as a kid. I watched the sitcom. Thought that was fun, but I never really got fully into
It's a fun
it.
show.
The Netflix version?
Yeah, it gets a little teeny bopper.
I know it's nothing like the sitcom.
No.
Like the ants are horrible people and the cat doesn't talk. And
No,
Well,
she talks to the cat, but the cat does not talk.
Well,
to
and
her.
that's the weird thing
That
too.
was the
because,
fun part of the
creepy
show,
friggin'
though.
thing.
The cat talking back,
Well,
and he
because
was.
even in like, and that was the thing that kind of really disappointed me because the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina show is based off the Archie horror line where it's like a straight up like 60s horror witch story. And they and that's why the ants are like, they're more of like the traditional like boogie monster witches where they're cannibals and like they literally own a mortuary because they kind of harvest the organs out of the dead bodies and everything, and it's
Neat.
but in the comic the cat still talks, and the cat is also like,
Because the cat's a dude that got
Yes.
turned into a cat.
yes, and he still talks and he still helps her out and hangs out with her, and which was really weird because in the show he kind of just shows up.
She makes her familiar.
Yeah, but he's like he's like he's
He's like a demon of some sort.
a spirit.
Yeah.
He's a spirit or something is what they explained it as. And
Huh.
yeah, I don't really
Yeah,
I don't know
It
why.
was interesting. As you kind of told me before, when we were talking about it, I kind of hope that this means maybe everyone will finally get like the last issue of the comic book.
Oh no, there's more than the last issue. He stopped like the last thing that came out was part 1 of Witch Wars.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that maybe they'll finally let him,
Witch War.
or maybe he'll finally get off his ass and actually do it.
I don't know.
Because I thought I read somewhere that they were toying with the idea of ending Riverdale soon too.
Well, the other show got canceled.
Oh no! Does
Oh,
anyone
did
watch that
Katie-
show?
Katie Keene got canceled.
I'm not surprised.
Did it even have like an actual season?
I don't know. It was weird. It looked like fluff.
I never liked any of the Riverdale stuff anyway.
Did anybody
I
even
liked
watch?
season 1.
Everyone keeps crapping on that show every time I look
Riverdale?
at the internet. Yeah, every time I see something about Riverdale, they're all like, "Oh, you mean like this garbage show?"
So season
I
1.
tried watching.
Season 1 I really
No way.
loved, and then
Yeah, I heard it just goes.
I don't. I think it was
it's-
you. You sent it to me. It was like 20 ways that Riverdale knocked off Twin Peaks, and it's literally like there were some things where it's like a shot-by-shot remake of Twin Peaks,
Oh,
and I was like, well, this is annoying.
Well, there's other things too, like the fact that I think it was the second or third season of Riverdale is whatever scene was on with season 6 of Arrow was they're the same, the finales are the same
of Arrow and which show?
of
Riverdale.
Riverdale
Oh,
because
what?
they both get set up for murder. They both get framed for murder. They both get arrested.
Nice.
And the
I
guy
think that would have
who-
been season 2.
Yeah, they literally like they just completely like just it's the same episode except they're just not here. They're just not super vigilantes.
Yeah. Neat.
So yeah, Sabrina.
And the well, again, all it is it's 90210 meets Dawson's Creek with Archie characters.
But with
Yeah.
that being said,
No, Luke. Well,
it's Dawson's Creek, but not good.
Well, yes, there's that
Because
caveat.
Dawson's Creek is fantastic.
I don't want to wait.
I got a good video to show you
to
later.
be over. I want to know right now. What will it be?
Oh, my phone's dead.
I don't know the lyric, but I know that song.
That's great. This
But
was a
no,
time.
but yeah, no, that's the thing. I always had. I never enjoyed the Riverdale show because the thing is, like, even with the Mark Waid reboot of Archie that they did, like 2 years before the Riverdale show, it still didn't go like that weird, dark, like teenagers are sleeping with everybody and murdering
that's
people
the
direction.
CW nonsense that they have to do. I pieced out of
Yeah.
Riverdale season 2, like, and I tried, but when it went on mid-season finale, Archie and Veronica break up, Jughead and Betty break up, and for some reason Archie and Betty kiss. I was like, I'm out. It all happened in the same episode in like the same last 20 minutes of that of that episode. And
Well,
I
yeah,
was
'cause
like,
it's
I'm out.
Yeah, but it's the mid-season cliffhanger.
Yeah,
and
that's not a
also,
cliffhanger.
And also the thing was that, like, from season 1, the whole thing was that, and it's even in the comics. I mean,
Yeah,
Betty,
that's different.
Betty and Archie, they're childhood friends. They're supposed to be together. That whole thing.
I sat through enough of that nonsense with Vampire Diaries and Gossip Girl.
You're a better man than me because I couldn't make it the rest
I
of the way through
know.
Vampire Diaries.
I still have to finish it.
After
I
like
will.
the 4th villain who murdered their families like becomes their friend and ally, I was like, I'm done.
Listen.
Can't do this anymore.
Listen. Niklaus could totally. Never mind. That'd be awful. I was gonna be like, Niklaus could totally murder my family. I'd forgive him. I was like, wait a minute.
I don't think he'd make it past your mother.
Oh God, no.
Your mother would.
Rosie would take him out. Rosie would straight up. She'd look at him, and he would just like start to
melt.
ash.
But yeah, no, it's disappointing that there isn't going to be more of Sabrina because I actually liked her, the girl as Sabrina.
Why can't I think Sasha or whatever her name is? I can't think of it.
No, it's
Shepka?
Kiernan
Syllables.
Shipka or something like that, right?
Not Melissa Joan Hart.
Not Melissa Joan Hart.
That's what they do need to do. They need to have like a weird cameo for everyone on that
That is
show.
the thing I was actually disappointed about. I was actually really hoping there was going to be a Melissa Joan Hart versus her episode.
The best thing I want to point out though that made me endlessly happy. Did you watch like when season 1 aired? The original cast response to that.
No.
They actually recorded them like watching an episode, and you have the two ads kill it. They're just sitting there like, oh God, we could never gotten away with this. And then like at one point, Zelda and Hilda are right next to each other, and she's like, she needs a strong curfew. Like it's just the stupidest comments that make me endlessly
They
happy.
actually, there was I remember they were talking about it for a little while that they were going to do like a crossover multiverse episode where the two versions of the Sabrina shows meet.
That would have been amazing.
Whoa.
And
That
that
kind of would have been cool.
Wouldn't it just be easier if Clarissa Explains It All lived next door?
That'd be
I
awesome.
loved
She's now married
Clarissa
to
Explains
Sam.
It All. Can we bring back Alex Mack too somehow? I'm just
Oh, I wonder if Alex Mack is still hot.
this is where Jeremy goes.
Well, I don't know. Like, 11-year-old Jeremy was like, man, Alex Mack, pretty hot.
Yeah, I mean,
36-year-old Jeremy's like,
Hopefully, as an adult, she's hot.
yeah, I mean, I don't. Does she even do anything anymore?
I don't fucking
I don't think so.
Time to look it up.
Will's like, I don't even know what Alex Mack is.
Yeah, I don't know who
The
that is,
Adventures
but
of
Oh
Alex-
yeah, she was a
or is it
girl
the
who turned into a
Misadventures?
puddle
The
of.
Misadventures of Alex Mack.
Yeah, she was.
She
The
turned.
Secret World of Alex.
There you
Mack?
go,
Oh,
there you
God.
go. World.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah, she was a girl that turned into a,
A
puddle
puddle.
of mercury. It was
Yeah,
great.
which made no sense, but it was the best cartoon ever.
It wasn't a cartoon.
Whatever, you know
Larissa
what
It was live action.
Olnick. Olnick?
Is she hot?
Olnick. That
She was always on, like, all that and stuff, too,
Yeah.
wasn't she? Like,
probably.
For
She looks like
an
she'd be.
early.
Yeah, she looked like she'd be around there. Can look at what she was on Hawaii 5-0 for. A
Oh,
while.
good for her.
Apparently, she was on the show.
Just help out Jeremy. Just look up her
yeah,
name.
I'm
2020.
I'm gonna go with still hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you a gambling man there, Jer?
You want to put money on
I'm
this?
looking at.
Well,
Here you go, Jeremy.
is she attractive? Did it hurt your heart?
Are you gonna go out to Hollywood to try and win her heart?
No,
Oh.
but still hot.
Okay.
Okay.
What's up next?
Well, in the comic book world,
Oh.
because we can't,
Why
because
not?
DC can't figure out a way to make Wildstorm work because they don't know what they're doing. We're having Grifter now become Batman's partner.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
I love.
I don't know
I
anything
love
about
Grifter.
Grifter. The only interaction I've had with him is I watched the Flashpoint movie and he was there. He was cool. but
Oh,
they didn't
Grifter's
really-
amazing.
They didn't
Yeah.
really dive into him much.
Grifter's like if Spider-Man and the Punisher formed a love child, minus the powers. Because he's like got the quips of Spider-Man.
I thought he was the Flashpoint version of Red Hood because I had never heard of
Oh.
Grifter until
I've
not
always
recently,
kinda-
but until afterward.
I've always kind of looked at him as like a Punisher version of Spike Spiegel.
Okay.
I don't know. I always see. Here's the thing. I love Batman and I love Grifter. Never should the two meet for any reason.
I'm okay with that. Let it
Why is
happen.
that?
It just because it just doesn't. It just doesn't seem like it would gel well. Like I mean, for it to really work, you'd have to just have like, in just a DC version of Grifter that doesn't have any of the Wildstorm, like, history.
Maybe that's what they're gonna give you.
But then it's not Grifter though. It's just a character that happens to have his name. It's like all the other Green Lanterns besides Hal Jordan. Like, no one really cares. Except for maybe Jon
I
Stewart.
like Kyle Rayner.
Icarib Enyo?
Well,
Oh!
Iker Benyo.
That nonsense.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that now because Kyle's the one that's getting the HBO Max show. So we'll see how that turns out.
We'll see what happens
Why?
if it happens.
I don't know.
They've
Well,
been
yeah,
saying
we're
they're
supposed
gonna
to be getting they're doing a Gotham PD show too for
Gotham
HBO Max
Central.
that
Gotham Central, yeah,
that
for
exists in the
the
Robert Pattinson
the new
universe.
Batman movie that
Yeah.
not even out yet. That no one even knows if people are gonna like.
It's
but
a
we're
Batman
already
movie.
gonna greenlight the show.
I'm fine with the show.
It's gonna
because
make
that's what I
money, so they're
wanted-
like, here you go.
That's what I wanted out of Gotham.
Yeah,
But Gotham
was
just.
Gotham PD or Gotham Central is what the comic book was called.
I don't want another Gotham show.
No,
Didn't that get canceled?
no, it ended.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, like, I have no interest in seeing another show about the Gotham Police Department.
No.
Like, the only reason I want to go to Gotham is I want to see Batman or somebody from that city do something.
If they do it where it doesn't focus around Batman, I'm totally okay with that.
that's the thing.
But
though,
like, what's the
because one of the
point?
most critically acclaimed books that DC did back in the mid 2000s was Gotham Central, written by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
so
centers
is
around,
it just gonna be that, but a show?
It centers around all of the detectives and how basically Batman makes their job a lot harder. And also the fact that, what do they do when they come face to face with a person like Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Why does? Because he like takes evidence, and they're like, God damn it.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, but the thing is, like, it also focused on Harvey Bullock and Renee Montoya and
Yeah.
and
Other people.
yeah, no, that was like one of the big
Okay.
things was in Gotham Central is when one of the other detectives who's a homophobe who finds out that Renee Montoya is a lesbian and just outs her by posting pictures of her and her girlfriend all over the bulletin board.
Oh my God.
And yeah,
I love Renee Montoya.
but that was like a big thing because they were like, oh shit, like they had a not only was she a strong female protagonist police officer, but she was also a lesbian.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing, and she also becomes the question.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be like a prominent character in that. Well, I can't say that because Birds of Prey may put in it. They don't like using characters at the same time, but she could possibly pop up and not be like this like 40, 50 something year old woman
like-
that's just
Listen,
like
listen. I shaved my balls for this. All right, that is the best T-shirt that has ever existed in all of life, and I want one.
she was fun, but like
I love Rosie
why
Perez.
was she there?
Yes, I love Rosie Perez. I love Rosie Perez's run-down alcoholic Renee Montoya.
Well, and here's the thing, and the only reason why Rosie Perez was there and why they cast her as Renee Montoya instead of someone else who should be the same age as the other Birds of Prey is because we need like a mom/Alfred figure. We need someone older.
Who can
For
can
no
still
reason
go
at
in the
all.
field and fight with them because they get I don't know, it's spoilers for the movie if you haven't seen it, but they do get their costumes at the end, and Renee Montoya's still in like her regular getup because she doesn't become the Question until later, and they haven't really nodded in anything Question related in the
I don't
movies
think
as
they
far as I
would.
know.
Well, no, I mean I don't think they're going to either. I mean, they'd actually have to like the question to be able to do that. Like everything that DC's done like proves otherwise.
Except Jeff Lemire.
Like for example, we're doing I forgot what the book what character they're putting out. They're putting out like an omnibus collection of some other character Denny O'Neil did, like as like a big like tribute to honor him, like because of because he passed away.
Right.
And everyone everywhere is like, why aren't you putting out the question? Like all of the question books are out of print. Everyone's wanted the question books back in print. It's his most prominent work he did for DC, next to the creation of Ra's al Ghul. And we're just not going to do that.
Weird.
It's fine.
Maybe he doesn't sell as well, but I don't know.
I don't know. I loved him in the cartoon.
Oh, he was so good in the cartoon.
But no, but that's the thing though. That's been disproved because the Jeff Lemire Deaths of Vic Sage question book
God, we
sells
can't
like
keep it
crazy.
in. We can't even keep it in
So
stock.
people want Vic Sage. They want Vic Sage stories, and Denny O'Neil was like the authority on that character.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why we're not doing it. It makes no sense.
Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe they're testing the waters with this current Black Label book, but we shall see.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't think that I have no faith that DC's going to get their act together anytime soon.
I want to see the question show up in. Oh no, because they couldn't do his relationship with Huntress. Never mind. In Young Justice, because Huntress is like a paralyzed criminal.
What?
Because
She's paralyzed in Young Justice?
the way it works is Huntress is the mother of Cheshire and
What?
Artemis. She married Sportsmaster, and she was a criminal. She was always a criminal. And she married, but she went to prison and then went back to the life of criminality and then crime. Yeah, that's what I
The
was
Life
looking
of
for.
Crime. Here for you.
Hey man, and
you
and
sure
got
it's
paralyzed.
Huntress?
Oh, it's Huntress. It's
So-
not the right getup. Like it's like this like yellow orange getup when you see a picture of her in the thing. But she always says, "When I was Huntress, bad
So,
stuff happened."
You should know. Congratulations, because you've single-handedly made sure I will never watch Young Justice now.
Ah,
Thank you. Thank you. You're my hero.
I did. That's not a big deal to me. That turns
It's a
me off of the
big
show.
deal to me.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a separate character
It might
that
be.
also goes
It's
by
not,
Huntress.
It's not Helena.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's not
some
Helena.
woman called Paula Crook.
Oh.
Her name's Paula
Croc.
Croc.
Croc is how they
Paula
say it.
Croc.
Paula
Her
Croc.
name's Paula Croc. She's the mother of Tigress and Cheshire, and
Artemis becomes Tigress. Yeah.
and she goes by the criminal name of Huntress.
Yep.
Oh.
So she's not.
So
even-
it's not Helena. They haven't touched
Oh, well,
Helena
then never
at all.
mind. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I'd still recommend you.
I could still watch
We're
it
on
now.
season 3 right now. Me and Annalisa. I mean, I've already watched it, but I'm watching it for the second time and noticing things that I didn't before, which, sometimes make me go and other times like, oh, why'd you do that?
Well, in the comics, her name is Paula Brooks, and she actually is the first character to appear as Huntress.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
1947.
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
say, Young Justice is probably the
and-
most comic accur's
Show.
medium
Okay.
that I've seen, other than
For DC.
obviously.
Although
yeah.
she did one, she's been Tigress though.
Can I see a photo of her? Since you
Who?
have it up?
Paula Croc?
Well, in the books, Paula Brooks.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. Okay.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
but yeah, so she was when they made when Helena must have become more of a prominent character, they just made her Tigress.
Yeah.
But
I know the Artemis version that they use for the show is nothing like the comic book character in terms of personality or journey at all. And then she later becomes Tigress.
well, speaking of companies getting their shit together, we've also got Marvel with. Are they coming out with new X books or not? I guess
Why?
there's a whole bunch of books that were supposed to come out before COVID or during COVID that they don't no one knows what's happening to them, and Marvel won't answer questions.
Neat.
So you have
Children of the Atom.
Children of the Atom.
The Moira McTaggart book.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get like a scientist X-Men book.
X-Core.
X-Core, that's it.
Was it
And-
all the smart X-Men getting together?
That's been a team before, hasn't it?
Yeah,
oh
but
no,
they
I'm
were-
thinking the X Club.
Yeah.
No, I think X-Core's also been a book.
Um,
But no, and I don't think Children of the Atom's coming out
No.
because
oh, thank God.
well, I also found out that because today I was looking through the new solicits
Yeah.
for the X of Swords book, and they apparently Vita's taking over writing responsibilities on Marauders. So Vita Ayala is now writing Marauders.
Interesting.
Um,
Odd.
Yeah, I was
Huh.
yeah, so I don't know if Children of the Atom is going to be coming out because and yeah, that was the thing like that book like people were not happy
Vicious.
with well that and it was the same kind of people who were and honestly, I mean, I don't blame them for not liking the idea. It's the same thing as that New Warriors book.
Yeah.
We're going to do a book about Gen Zers who are fans of the X-Men, so they're going to go out and act like the X-Men. I'm like, I don't
Which
know
book
if
is this?
Children of the Atom.
It was so essentially you read House and Power, right?
Yes.
They talk about in one of the white pages like Sinister playing around with mutant genes and creating new children.
Uh-huh.
This is what the book was supposed to be.
Oh.
It was
just
supposed to be the
looked
first class of
Awful.
or the first group of clones that Sinister has created.
Oh. Okay.
And like it gender bended everyone. So like Jean was a fat kid, a fat male.
And Wolverine was like a woman.
We didn't see Wolverine.
Oh,
The Cyclops character in
Was
the book
female.
was a female.
I believe so.
So
I
they
don't know
gender
if
bent
we-
like some of them were
no,
different,
all of
like,
them.
yeah.
Like
Oh.
like
They're all flipped because why?
Ga-
He just wanted
Gab-
to have fun. Why not?
Gambit is a woman of color now. I forget what Archangel is. I don't know if we ever got.
All right.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it was like a weird like I don't know, but it was my least favorite X book that was coming out. Do we know if I'm still getting X Factor? Because they're still
I hope so.
they're
No,
still an ad.
X Factor is part of the X of
Oh, it
Swords.
is? Okay.
I thought it wasn't it?
I just
It would have to be.
I know Hellions 2 comes out next week, and I'm very this
Yeah.
this week coming up.
I mean, so Jeremy, I mean, you've been like really like kind of like
you actually
going
like
back and forth
Marauders?
on a lot of the Hickman era X-Men stuff. I mean, what are your feelings on some of the new books coming out or that were going to come out?
I'm kind of upset about this Marauders thing because I think it was the best book out of all of them. It's like I don't want to change, what's been going on. Like I think it's been the most consistent of all the books.
Did they state what issue Vita was taking over?
Whatever issue ties in with X of Swords.
Do they not have like a game plan for that story, or once Vita takes over?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wherever
I
they
don't know
wanna
if maybe
take
she's just writing
filler.
the issues for X of Swords. I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is that I was looking through the solicits
I
today.
hope that's
and
what's going on.
I was looking through the solicits today, and I was like, oh, Jerry Dugan's no longer right. It was Jerry Dugan,
Jerry
right?
Dugan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Dugan's no longer. But didn't he take over another book? Isn't he
I
writing
don't
something
know.
else?
I didn't see the solicits, so I
Yeah,
have to look it
it's-
up. I wish you would have told me.
Magneto.
Getting Emma an island for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. All of the giant size stuff has not been worth it to me. Like
Well, I was super disappointed with the idea of the giant size Jean and Emma issue because all Hickman did was he just rehashed a Morrison issue that was first off the Morrison issue was brilliant,
Yes.
and this was like it was crap.
Cheap.
well, then I feel like the Nightcrawler issue was not about Nightcrawler. at
No.
all. Like it was just
didn't
here's
even-
Nightcrawler on the cover with his
I didn't even
name,
flip through it.
and
I
he's
liked
there.
it.
But yeah, it was good, but
It was the
wasn't.
best one so far.
They're not even giant size though, and that's the problem. It's
No.
like they're not even 48 pages. Like, what's
Yeah.
giant size about it? The fact that I can read it in 3 minutes rather than 2 minutes.
Well,
It's
no,
giant.
because
You
it's-
remember when Gwen took over? You liked this. You liked that.
No,
You
it
little
was
baby boy, get your thing.
What the fuck is this?
That's Marvel going, hey, we put the thing that we did on that one book you liked. Here, buy more of it.
What accent was that?
That was a
though?
baby. That was baby talk. That was because they're treating you like a little baby.
Please never do that in my presence again. I am so uncomfortable.
Only do that voice from now on, Will.
Oh.
Hello.
I think I can also do without X of Swords and our our preview and our free comic book day X-Men was absolutely awful. Like there was no story there, and actually the Dark Ages, second story in the book
Yeah, the dog.
Written by Tom
looks-
Taylor.
Yeah,
Love that
God,
book.
it just-
Love
it's
that
also,
man.
But you know what though? Most of the Elseworlds, like alternate reality stuff, of course it's good because they're allowed to go balls to the wall crazy and do whatever they want, and you
Tony
know,
loses a leg.
that it looks awesome.
yeah, it's just. And
When
God
that
only
leg
knows
is
what's
floating in
happening.
the air, like I was like, oh my god, this
The-
book's gonna be
well,
great.
Yeah.
Well, again, and Steven just already spoiled something, but spoilers ahead.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to talk about what happens in this preview for Dark Ages. It's free, by the way. Come by, pick up a copy. But yeah, no, he straight up he goes blind mid-flight and
Yeah.
like hits a plane.
I also
Jesus.
think
So good.
Robbie Reyes doesn't exist in Dark Ages because his flame goes out.
Well, there's
that
Oh,
just
it's
your
the
hope?
Dark Ages.
thank God for
That is
that.
my
I hope Robbie's the only one that maintains any sort of superpower. That's what I hope for you.
That I know it'll.
Maybe
happen.
we'll actually get an explanation of what the hell he is. He's not a goddamn Ghost Rider.
He's not.
I don't care.
He's not a Ghost Rider. He
You
has no
should
spirit
care,
of
Steven.
vengeance. He's just
There's a whole arc in Avengers about it. He's
Felipe
like,
Smith writes manga,
someone tells him that
not Ghost Rider.
that he's the worst Ghost Rider of all time, and he goes, knowing the Ghost Riders personally, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. And then he walked away.
Oh, Robbie Reyes, you dirty
I don't
dick.
like why
and that
would
was
you
that was
why
James
would you
Aaron.
take-
That's
Jason
Jason Aaron
Aaron.
going.
You
Yeah, but
dirty
here's the
dick.
thing though, like
Jason Aaron's just mad that nobody likes his like old school Ghost Riders.
That's
dead
what I
Ghost
heard.
Rider
His like
things.
Ghost Rider
Like,
didn't sell, so he's just being like, here.
His Ghost Rider actually wasn't bad. Like
His
I
Ghost
don't, I
Rider
don't,
was good.
yeah, I don't like all of the things that he did, but for the most part, it's pretty good. And also, not for nothing, but he, Daniel Way paved the way for him. So
yeah, but I mean
What the
everything.
hell is? I'm sorry. What is Daniel Way doing these days? Nothing. Like I feel that man dropped off the face of the earth.
yeah, no, he was doing everything in that era
yeah.
too. Like
I don't know.
Venom, he did because that's what it was. Like we just got like a bunch of different Daniel Way stuff, like Wolverine.
he was
Origins.
the Cates of the day.
Yeah, Venom. Like we just got a bunch of, and I
He
literally
was Marvel. He was Marvel's.
Marvel's bad boy,
I was
frosted
the,
tips
he
and
was
all.
the previous Donny Cates, man.
I was feeling like I
oh
said.
my god, he's like writing all the same stuff.
yeah.
Like I was feeling all of this stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, what the hell happened to Daniel Way?
I don't
Like it
know.
baffles me and it hurts my brain because he was a fun writer.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know what he's been writing or if he quit. Like I know 3-4 years ago he was in the Poughkeepsie Comic-Con thingy,
Well, that's probably what happened.
you know, and I got a few things signed by him, but I'm just like, I don't know what happened to you. You were fun. Where did you go?
Hashtag Daniel Way. Anyone, come on, reach
His
out.
most recent book was the Venom book of last year. It looks like I'm not seeing anything of
What, the
recent.
one shot, the 2099 issue or something?
No, that was Jody Hauser.
It was Venom. Hold on, Venom. Yeah, just Venom by Daniel Way.
No, that was the one from like 2008. That's
the complete
like a trade.
collection. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, is Daniel Way still alive?
Oh, this was from 2017. Oh,
You,
yes.
Why is your go-to place always
He's
that they're dead?
45.
That's my go-to for everything.
He's not like, oh, God. Hold on, let me.
happened?
Dude,
Something.
Grant-
everything, dude, that was on there was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't think the
Grant
man-
Grant Imahara from MythBusters just passed away. He's
Who?
49. He was one of the engineers on MythBusters. He did
He's the Asian guy on MythBusters.
yeah.
I was gonna say it.
He is the Asian
I
guy on
didn't want
MythBusters.
Devon
Not
to get
not
mad
not,
at
me.
be, not being awful.
I wasn't
Okay,
trying
know
to
who
not
that
He's
is.
offend
the yellow
Daniel.
guy on MythBusters. It's okay,
Jesus
Will.
Christ.
It's okay.
Did
Yeah,
he just
no.
peek the mic for you? Is that what just happened?
He's also dead, so let's keep that in mind. But like, I just didn't want to. Whatever. He operated R2-D2 for all the Star Wars prequels.
how
He drove
cool.
him. That was kind
Nice.
of cool. But he was also more recently Mr. Sulu on the Star Trek Continues fan series, which is my favorite Star
Oh.
Trek fan series, which was supposed to be like a continuation of the 4th and 5th year of the original series, which was really good. It unfortunately was canceled due to the whole Axonar business and Paramount going, all right, here's all the guidelines and stuff. Now you can't do this, this, and this.
I will also tell everyone. It sounds awful. anything on Discovery Channel puts me to sleep. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
MythBusters was on, I would nap on the couch.
I liked MythBusters.
I did
thought
too,
it was good.
but
I
like,
thought it was
don't
really
know what
fun.
it was.
It's probably
There
the
was-
only informative
Well-
show on Discovery Channel,
I mean-
other than the Mermaids one.
The last thing Daniel Way did, according to the thing I'm looking at,
Yeah.
was when he finished up his Thunderbolts run in 2013.
That's
Which
so
was also-
weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Wikipedia right
That is
now.
so weird.
I mean, apparently he was involved in the Deadpool video game, but that was also in 2013. He hasn't
is
really done
so
anything
odd.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel Way,
there's
come
nothing
back to,
on.
Come back to something. Write
I don't know.
something, damn it.
Maybe he retired or
He
something.
might have.
It doesn't say anything. It just yeah.
Yeah, come back, Daniel Way. We miss you.
Yeah.
I miss you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
I'll try and.
Yeah, no, Daniel Way was a great writer.
Yeah, it was just so, like I said.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's not even something I even thought about.
I was filling a bunch of the holes in the back issue section. I'm like, oh, like it was just 30 or 40 issues of Daniel Way stuff, and I'm like, what happened to him?
No, there's nothing.
I'd like to
news or
think that he
anything like
robs locomotives these
No,
days.
I hope so. With his grifter scarf or mask.
Who's this tattooed neck guy that you're looking at here?
Ooh.
Daniel Lewis Lee executed after Supreme. Oh, I know this. This is the dude that just got the first federal execution in like 17 years.
what?
It's like a whole thing. He was involved in like
I see why this is
a
coming up now.
murder. Yeah.
It was really awful because you said, "Who's this guy with the neck tattoo?" And I was like, "Oh, is he hot?" And then like this happened, and I was
No,
like,
he's
"Oh,
a convicted
this is
murderer."
disgusting of me.
But that's been like a whole thing.
You're one of those conjugal visits girls, aren't you? That
Um,
write letters to prisoners.
Apparently, he has a Twitter. See if he's been active.
It was a joke. Oh, Daniel Way.
Daniel Way, not the guy that just got executed.
I don't think the guy who got.
Why do I care? See you guys on the other side, fuckers.
What the f- is that?
He's still.
What are you looking
It's
at?
Bib Fortuna from Star Wars with 80s
Oh my God.
woman hair.
Wait, what?
It's,
I'm over this.
It's something he tweeted on July 1st. So he's still around. Yeah, he's still doing stuff.
What's our next topic?
Yeah, he writes for video games as well, I
What
guess.
is Kill Crazy Nymphos Attack?
It's apparently a book he's working on, so
Oh.
maybe that's what he's doing currently.
All right.
But it's probably a
Image book.
yeah, it's probably an indie book. So
I hope it's friggin' Image or Boom.
Daniel
So,
K. Way.
I also love the fact that we what we've done now is we haven't even we have one issue out, literally
Of?
one issue out of the Marvel event, which is Empire. Which
Oh,
of course
God.
to keep everything caught up, we're getting like 3 issues a month of this 6-issue miniseries.
Oh yeah.
So like they're gonna try and cram it all out in like 2 months. Thank God they got rid of almost all the minis that were attached to it, because that would have been horrible.
Which, weirdly enough,
Did they get rid of Ghost Rider?
no.
What do you mean?
No,
The
they have
Ghost-
not canceled Ghost Rider.
I mean the little mini with.
I think they
Oh,
did.
yeah, I don't think that's coming out.
Weirdly enough,
Hmm.
Strike Force is ending, and they're not even giving you the tie-in for Strike Force for Empire.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. So we're 1 issue in. It just came out this week. We're getting the 2nd issue next week.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Great. Keep it going.
So we've already announced the next event, which is coming out this fall, which is the big Null is coming event, which is the the symbiote god.
Oh, it's not Dark Ages.
No.
no, that's not an event. That's a mini.
It's a mini.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
okay.
Tom
But-
Taylor. They
but the
won't
big
do
event
Tom Taylor.
is coming.
The yeah, it's called King in Black.
Can you do it in your baby
So
voice?
I'm excited.
No. Yeah, I mean, you just know is coming.
Oh, that's even more
What is
uncomfortable.
wrong with you?
I hurt myself. What can I say?
You just told him never to do it in your presence.
I know,
again.
but I wanted to hear.
Changed his mind.
I changed my mind.
So Jeremy, since you're like the only other person in this room besides me who's reading Venom, I mean, how do you feel about this event?
No, the
I'm excited. I've been excited for Null for like months now. Like I feel like I had to suffer through absolute carnage for no reason.
You
And through 8 million
hold on.
variants.
Hold on.
Because
Hold on. You did that to yourself, though.
I did do it to myself. Just like I did House and whatever.
Powers.
House and Powers. I did all that to myself. But I thought something was going to happen in both of those
And
series,
guess what?
and nothing happened.
Hey, well, no, okay. In Absolute Carnage, we did get Null finally. Like, he finally actually shows up.
Well, not on Earth.
No, he does. He's like that. He's like, isn't he like possessing Carnage?
Well,
And then when like,
kinda.
Yeah, I got really confused by that event because it's like, granted, I didn't read it. I bought the first cover. I bought the first issue because it was an art germ cover, which is all I've wanted.
I mean, I think he was manifesting like part of him, not like.
I just want to get to the next storyline when they resurrect Cleus Cassidy.
I'm just
again.
yes.
Is
I'm
he
just
dead again?
yes. I don't know. We're done with Venom Island. Issue 26 just came out.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. I kind of like the fact that we're in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Are you in the Ultimate or is it?
Right. We just landed there today
$20.99
with
No,
the Maker.
It's Ultimate.
Is it the Maker?
The
Yeah.
Thinker.
The Thinker.
Is it the Thinker?
No, it's the Maker.
The Maker.
Maker.
Because
Thinker.
it's-
Maker,
it's
not
ev-
the thinker.
Big-headed
No, it's-
Reed Richards.
No, it's evil Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's Evil Reed from
Yeah.
the Ultimate Universe. Yes. Yeah, some stuff goes down.
Yeah, they get attacked by who?
And this is in Empire?
no,
Venom.
Venom.
Oh.
I almost said Vampire.
Who?
Vampire.
You read it though, Devin?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Who
they
did
brought
they get attacked by? The weird Venom War Machine looking thing.
Toxic is what it's called, or toxic or
Toxin.
virus.
Virus. That was it.
Virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that dude? Have we met this
It's a
character?
new character.
No, we've seen him before.
Yeah, they brought back the Ultimate Universe recently, didn't they?
Who
Well,
the
this
hell
was
knows?
kind of, sort of, maybe.
It's Virus's fault
plausible.
that they end up there.
Originally, you had however the Ultimate Universe ended. It ended, and then
Well, it
there's
was through the
Secret
Doctor Doom going.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah."
War. There was a weird thing where like characters were popping up. So like in Astonishing X-Men, you find out that Miss Sinister is X-Men Blue and Astonishing. You find out that Mr. and Mrs. Sinister were messing with people from that universe. They were genetically altering them.
Because wasn't the blonde Wolverine that showed up from the
James.
X-Men universe
Yeah.
or the Ultimate?
Yeah,
First?
James Howley, whatever his
Whatever
last name
happened
was.
to him? Did he
Howlett.
like die or something?
Oh,
and the Rogue from that universe was like a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, that's why you find out like Miss
The
Sinister was
Storm.
messing
Or not
with
the
everyone.
Rogue Storm. Yeah. so
No,
Storm.
that is not Ultimate. That is
Storm can be
that is
whatever she
Mutant
wants.
X. That was a different Storm entirely.
Oh, from a different universe completely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And from my knowledge, like Miles's history isn't.
I don't even know what's going on with that one.
Yeah,
I'll be
'cause
blunt with you.
what I've been told is that whenever Brian Michael Bendis is writing Miles, he remembers that he's from the Ultimate Universe, and everyone else makes him forget.
Yeah.
So like we're not clear on whether Miles knows he's from a different universe anymore.
I think his
or-
dad knows.
His dad
dad's
knows?
a cop, right?
His dad's a
Yeah.
Shield agent.
Oh, now he's a Shield agent.
No, he's
Okay.
been a
Oh.
Shield agent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that was a whole big reveal. Like his dad wound up like taking the fall and going to prison, for something that he got disavowed for. And then and the thing was that you didn't know that until like he gets recruited again by Nick Fury. And Nick
Oh.
Fury's like, yeah, we're recruiting, or no, Maria Hill. Maria Hill shows up. She's like, yeah, you need to come do your job again. And by the way, while you're doing that, we won't rat out your son's identity to everybody. And they like blackmail him to become a Shield agent again.
Oh.
And I think he knows. I think his father knows about the whole alternate reality thing.
It's just.
Yeah, it's
Which
just
is really weird considering now that they've established that the Miles Morales in 616 is an evil human being. Like in Spider-Man, the whole thing was like that evil Miles. He's a criminal.
so
He,
the
like,
Miles we have right now is evil.
No.
No.
Okay, so
Oh, the
If-
Miles Morales from
for-
this universe
yes,
is evil.
the
Yes.
one from the Ultimate Universe is not.
Okay,
So
so we met like from the real
they
universe.
came face to face with each other, which is also one of those things where you're like, so does he know he's from an alternate reality or not?
Yeah.
It's really weird because they don't talk about it in Miles's book.
Yeah, he's not like I'm on the wrong planet,
No.
and there's someone that looks like me who's
Bum,
from this
bum.
planet.
What were you gonna say, Jared?
I'm trying to get back to Absolute Carnage here and the
Go
whole
forth.
King in Black thing. So
Yeah,
we got like way off.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go
So I
on
was
to
just
it.
thinking about this, the whole Null thing actually being there. Remember, like, they're a hive mind, and
Yeah.
he's, I think, channeling Null through the Grendel symbiote, which brings Cletus back to life,
Okay.
if that makes any sense.
I'm just there's a lot of things where I'm like I gotta reread a lot of it because they got into that really weird like oh the symbiotes have been here since like medieval times and I'm like
Yes, which
Okay.
is the
the
Grendel,
Grendel yeah
and Thor is Beowulf.
huh
Yes.
This is why I stick with my convoluted X-Men.
I forget what issue that happened in. I don't know if you
okay
read
listen like I mean we're
Oh,
just,
it was
this
it's
is,
it's
but
in
let-
Scream, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
is it?
here's the thing though. Me and Jeremy like talking about what's going on in Venom right now. You just have to start from the beginning of Donny Cates' run, and it all
Okay.
makes sense if you read it.
Yeah.
When anyone tries to discuss X-Men history, you sound like a hobo who's having a fever dream on crack. Okay, so
They gave you literal books to map out the history of the X-Men just so you could jump on to a certain point.
yes,
Is
And
there a
even
book
now,
for that?
like afterward,
Oh, weirdly enough, this is more for you. The other day I had to order because you did this to me, you son of a bitch. I had to order Age of Apocalypse Omega, and I'm blaming you for it.
How much did that cost you?
Not much.
Oh, okay. I heard that can be.
It was like
fairly
$10
pricey.
with
that's
shipping and
yeah.
handling. But I wanted to blame you for it because I got home after we were talking about it, and I'm like, God damn it!
I would like to read that when you're done with it,
Of course.
because I've literally never seen it. I was just somebody just posted that in my Instagram feed the other day, but it was like pricey. It was like a gold version.
Oh, this was just a
Yeah,
shiny
this
cover.
was.
it's probably like a misprint. 'Cause
I don't know,
that's
it
the thing.
might
A
be.
lot of those foil covers that got misprinted.
Huh.
But that's what happened with the one Bloodshot Zero issue, the Chromium one, which is why it's super rare because like there was like a misprint on like the foil.
That happened
So
with
it
Lethal
looks-
Protector too.
It looks completely different.
Lethal Protector, there's like
There's
a
a-
white cover too.
No, the white cover is on purpose. It's the black one
Black one,
because
correct? Yes.
the color got printed way
Yeah.
too dark. And so instead of red, it's like black. But you know what? On the wrist, because this is always what happens when we bring up Star Wars.
Yeah, no, there is a gold version too.
it just
Oh, I
devolves
didn't
into like the rest of the podcast. But Will, are you excited
for what?
Oh,
for
I
the
think
new
that-
show?
Oh, for the Bad Batch
for the
show?
Bad Batch.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah,
I like unlike many Star Wars fans, I was okay with the first arc. I was fine with it. I'd rather that over the Sisters of the Middle arc. Did you
The
finish
Bad
the
Batch?
Clone Wars?
No, not yet.
I thought you were
Bad Batch
talking
is basically the group of clone troopers, technically now a 5-man team of clones that like got printed. They like came out weird. One's like extra strong, the other's like super smart, but they look weird.
It's basically so what's going
They're the
on
misfits, yeah.
in the Star Wars canon right now, when they start the clones, they're just using the same DNA, the same frozen DNA they've been using to clone the clone troopers.
Gross.
But the problem is that what they were doing initially was every time the DNA would like get old and they would have to like use like new like they need a new batch, they would just go to Jango Fett and be like, "Hey man, like we need more
milk him.
we need more blood."
Milk him for blood. Yeah, milk him for DNA. Milk him for his DNA.
Yes. No.
It'll become evident later on.
It's
for
a
you.
stallion farm.
You can always just get a cattle prod.
So the thing
Just
is
saying.
that because Jango Fett gets killed in Attack of the Clones, they have no way of getting new DNA. So what they're doing is now they're making clones off old DNA, and they're trying to make clones off of clones. So when you make a copy off of a copy, it doesn't come out right. So
is that
things are
why
going
there was that
wrong.
one like retarded janitor one in the cartoon?
Oh, that was just like a glitch. Yeah, this like
He was my
physically like
favorite.
disabled
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
loved
but that
it.
was
you
but
guys
the
are talking about.
There's an
it's
episode
fine. You
where
don't Star Wars
I
or
don't
space
Star
travel. It's
Wars.
fine.
there's an episode that takes place because
Clone Wars is the
if
greatest
you go
thing that ever
down
happened to humanity, honestly.
yeah if you go down the rabbit hole,
Way
a
better
lot
than
of
movies.
a lot of the Clone Wars episodes take place in weird points. Like some of them take place before like the pilot. Like it's weird. But one of the older episodes is about a bunch of clone troopers that you've followed. In the isn't it the pilot that's that base that they're stuck on and the troops come. It's like a rock planet, and they're trying to get out of the base, and a bunch of them die.
They're focusing on things that don't matter, Steven.
Yeah.
Because Clone Wars was all about Ahsoka Tano.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
A little, yeah.
Also hot.
Well, as the show
Did you
progressed,
say also hot?
Maybe I did, Steven.
as the show
Hey, man,
progresses,
there's-
they lose focus over Ahsoka and just start doing random stuff.
Well,
like
no,
as
but
the
she
show
leaves.
progresses. She didn't leave till the
Did
end.
they really do another season?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
The
a new
final
season.
season's on. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus.
So there's
You know why?
the
Because I spend all my money in your store.
Well,
they have
more people should spend all their money in
I'll
my
get
store.
Disney Plus for the store now.
they're 12.
He already has it
So
for
there
the
are.
I have it for the
Oh.
store.
So
Well, guess what we're watching Saturday?
I gotta find out what the name of these sisters are, but basically,
The second sisters.
Tia and
the second
Tamara.
sisters.
Maori.
They're called the second sisters.
Sister.
Well, at least the one. I know the one character is
that
called the
show.
second sister. That's like a main.
No, you're thinking of the Inquisitors. I'm
Oh,
talking about
okay.
the sisters that they meet in the middle of the season. Nobody likes that arc.
The new season we're talking about right
Yeah. A lot of people were disappointed with the last season overall as a whole, not the last 4 episodes,
now?
because
Are they doing more seasons? Or is that it?
They're talking about doing like animated Clone Wars movies to wrap up storylines that they wanted to do, but they turned them into books because the show got canceled.
Star Wars season 7.
So like they're talking about doing one about the Darth Maul story, the son of Dathomir.
Mm-hmm.
They're also talking about doing one for
Martez. They were the Martez sisters.
what was the story with Ventress where she goes back to fight Dooku.
Okay.
Well,
So
they
they-
turned that into a book. That was
Yeah.
supposed to be an
But
like an
they're-
arc.
They're talking about doing more Clone Wars stuff, not as seasons, but they're thinking about either doing little minis or they're thinking about doing movies.
I want to
and-
because that was supposed to be like a development or a development arc for Quinlan Voss, and he only got one episode in the show.
Yeah.
Because Quinlan Voss was that dude with the dreads that had like the yellow makeup around his
Yeah,
eyes.
but Quinlan Voss he's like also Ventress's boyfriend, I think,
In that
story,
book,
yeah.
in the arc, they start because he goes undercover, I think, and then they get
Also-
together.
Ventress with hair, by the way.
Oh.
Ew.
You
I
know-
actually know who
Yeah.
Ventress is.
No, it's actually kind of cool because it's like they give her like this very like Natalie Dormer look, like where it's like the side shave with just like the
Okay.
with, like the comb over.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. But the Clone Wars last season is divided into 3 arcs, 4 episodes each, where it's the first 4 episodes deal with these 4 clones that are like the Bad Batch. They like came out weird because of the weird
Wasn't
copying
that the subtitle
process.
of the second Gremlins movie? The Bad Batch?
Probably yes, I think so.
Yeah, and then the second arc is Ahsoka hanging out with the Martez twins, which or not twins, sisters. That gets progressively worse as it goes along, and then you get to the last 4 episodes, which take place during the Clone Wars, the last Star Wars prequel,
Revenge
but
of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, from the point of view of Ahsoka and Darth Maul as they're progressing through that. But I thought the Bad Batch arc was okay. Like it was definitely not last season material. Like not something I wanted to end the show on, but they were interesting characters. I
but
could
think
follow
it's-
them in a
I think
new
it's gonna
show.
be cool to see where they go with it because it's gonna be fun to see those characters like evolve.
And think about it, like they all only have to be voiced by one guy. It was all D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah.
Like that guy probably made a bunch of money through the amount of voices he had to do for every single clone character. And now like he's just the star of the show because he has to do every single character because it's
Yeah.
5 guys all voiced by one guy. And he only has to tweak his voice just a little bit for each character. So it's probably not even like
Oh, he's like Eddie Murphy.
in the
The
Nutty
Professor.
Professor. Yeah.
Or every other Eddie Murphy movie.
Well, he
What
doesn't-
other Eddie Murphy? Oh no, he does that in
Shrek.
not Shrek, but Coming to America. Him and Arsenio Hall have
Yeah.
that barber shop,
I
which
fucking love
I
Arsenio Hall.
can't wait for the sequel.
Is that actually happening?
Yeah, they filmed it.
Yeah, they filmed it already. It's in the
done.
editing
It was supposed to come out
process.
this summer.
Oh, I
I
don't know if
actually-
I needed a sequel
So it's
to it.
returning to America.
Yeah.
We definitely didn't,
It's-
but yeah, it's his
basically-
son.
Yeah, basically his son runs away. His son's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, yeah, great, you're king. I don't want to be. And
There
he,
was
like,
already a
runs away to America.
There was already a second part. It was Infinity Warp's Ghost Panther.
One of my favorite moments, though, in that friggin' movie. Go on, honey, take a chance. I love that woman. Why she didn't get her own spin-off TV show
What
or something was beyond me.
What
what
was the
movie?
name of the restaurant?
I don't remember.
In what movie?
McDonald's.
What? Oh, it was MAC.
Yeah, it was.
okay.
McDonald's.
Oh no, it's McDowell's.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that
what was
scene
it?
where
They're-
Samuel L. Jackson comes to rob the place,
Yeah.
and they get him with with the mop
But
stick.
what was it? Because he has a whole.
Freeze
Because
you.
James Amos has like a whole shtick about the McDowell's thing. He's like, because they're not the golden arches, they're the golden arcs.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the-
Because don't they reference that McDonald's does exist? They're
Yeah.
just two separate.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
basically it's like the whole thing is like, yes, his name is McDowell, but he's like. He basically he wanted to get a McDonald's franchise, but they wouldn't give it to him, so he just made McDowell's.
Yeah.
And just ripped off every.
What a beautiful
Genius.
movie! I want to go back and rewatch it now. I've
I
had the
also
instinct
love
to.
the fact that Coming to America is a pseudo sequel to Trading Places.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because the two rich guys, the two brothers from Trading Places that like ruined Dan Aykroyd's life on a bet.
Okay.
They're the two hobos that
Oh, that's
Eddie Murphy's
right.
character gives the money to.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Neat.
it's hysterical.
God, what a great movie. What's next? Because we branched so far off.
Well,
this.
actually, another animated space show.
Dear God.
The,
Are you talking about the trailer
it's fine,
that dropped
Steve,
for?
You talk about a lot. You go on about things for way too long anyway.
I can go home, right?
Are you talking about the trailer dropping for Star Trek Lower Decks?
Yeah, I want to know what your feelings on that was.
It's a thing that's happening.
It looks like, I mean, the art anyway looks terrible.
It does. It sounded
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the trailer was okay. Like, it looks like a funny show, and you know, you're not supposed to take it seriously. So, here
yeah,
we
but
go.
they're saying they actually said it's canon. I
Sure.
was like,
But I'm sure they're not going to. I mean, they'll probably interact with some characters, but like, it's fine. It's not really gonna mess me up. It's not like a Teen Titans Go of Star Trek.
With
So-
that being said, though, I found Teen Titans Go enjoyable when I was trapped on a boat suffering from sun poisoning. I actually really like, because like, you got some channels in your room, and I ended up like watching Teen Titans Go, and I'm like, this is actually cute.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd watch it again.
Did I ever tell you about in Young Justice? Beast Boy goes through this like weird fever dream, and they do a Teen Titans Go parody. They do a Doom Patrol Go,
That's amazing.
and it's so. But it's all about like how when his mother died, he got adopted by Rita Farr, Elastigirl, and then they all die on a mission. So they're all like. They all start singing Doom Patrol, let's go on a mission and die. My favorite line from the song they sing is just wave goodbye to your second mom.
Oh my
and they
God.
all go and die on the mission and they go D-I-E die. Let's go.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's so weird and so screwed up. Annalisa was beside herself
I'm
laughing.
sure.
By the
While
way,
we
I
were
didn't
watching.
finish the rest of the coffee. I tripped and it fell in my cup.
I don't care.
Okay.
There wasn't much
I
left.
believe you.
But in regards to
You wouldn't think so, but it was a full cup.
Star Trek Lower Decks,
Yeah.
all right. I mean, it's more Star Trek stuff. I mean, I'm glad CBS is enthusiastic about putting Star Trek stuff out. I wish it wasn't
Just
on a
only
streaming
on a paid
service.
service.
Only on a CBS exclusive
It's like,
streaming service.
Hey, you want to watch Star Trek? Well, no matter what you do, you're gonna have to pay for it because you either have to pay for the service or you have to buy the Blu-rays.
Either
Lumps
that or
fuck.
you have to pay for a VPN and pretend like you're in a different country. Which I've been thinking about doing, honestly. It sounds so much more simpler to just buy one of the NordVPN or ExpressVPN something.
We are not endorsing internet piracy.
I don't even know what a
It's
VPN
technically
is.
not, because you're still paying for the streaming services. You can't, like, fake that you have Netflix. You just fake the country you're in.
What does that matter?
You
because
can,
because
you
some
pay-
things are available. Because like DC Universe isn't available in Britain, so Britain's Netflix could have Young Justice.
There
on
used
it,
to be
for an
ways to
example.
actually do it when you like. They Netflix fixed this because people were doing it. You used to be able to when you signed up for Netflix. If you were doing it on the computer, you could change your computer region to a different country,
Oh, that's funny.
and then you'd be able to get the to whatever like the UK was streaming. But then Netflix found out and wised up. Someone who we actually mutually know
Oh,
had told me he actually got a cease and desist from Netflix.
Oh wow.
They're like,
Oh my God, I
they're
so
like,
wanna know who this
we
is."
know where you are. You cannot do this.
Oh my
Please
God.
switch back to the American version.
I used to get
Well,
this from Time Warner all the time about like stop.
Just as a
downloading
disclaimer,
BitTorrents all
we
the
are
time.
not sponsored by Nord Express or any other type of VPN.
We're not sponsored at all.
However,
We're not.
Another actually an interesting thing that DC is doing
Oh dear.
was the announcement of the Rorschach book.
Written by
I
Tom
saw
King.
that.
Tom King,
I
yeah.
saw that. I did. That came out of nowhere, but all right.
Yeah.
It sounds like a character he'd want to write.
And apparently it's Black Label. But and this is the thing that I hate about the Black Label stuff because they never give me a clear answer. Because so many books that they talk about with Black Label, like for example, Three Jokers. Is Three Jokers in continuity or is it out
It
of
was
continuity?
supposed to be.
They're saying it's in continuity, but that's the same thing with Rorschach. They're like, yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see Rorschach in the DC universe again. Well,
What?
is
I
he-
hope the punch.
I thought they went.
The
The
punch-
question punches him.
I thought they went back to their little universe after
we don't even
it
know who
was
this
over.
is. Like, we don't know.
Oh, that's
who-
fair. It's probably the. Oh yeah, it's the new one.
Well, is it though? Because he quits being Rorschach.
It might be a mini. It might be like a prequel miniseries too. So.
They
Well,
already did that.
It's supposed to. I guess.
Well, they did that for everybody.
Well, I guess the premise is going to be more along the lines of like how the show was, where it's going to deal with like all the fallout of Rorschach's journal.
Oh yeah, because that's what the show is.
Yeah.
I love
But
that
it's
journal.
all gonna I guess it's gonna center around I don't know if it's gonna be a flashback book like we're gonna see Rorschach like on all these different points like in his journal or if we're gonna just see a new guy being like I have to be Rorschach
Listen,
because of the journal.
It's Tom King. It's gonna be weird as hell.
Probably.
Like, it is just gonna be a weird book.
Hopefully it's a better mystery story than that Heroes in Crisis garbage he wrote.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Tom King. He's good with miniseries. I wouldn't say events just yet. I'd say maybe
No,
give him
but
one
that's
or
and
two
that's the
more
thing. Like I
events.
mean, he's had one strike for me so far. I loved his
Yeah.
Batman. I loved his Mr.
Miracle.
Miracle.
Yeah. One
Oh.
strikeout
That-
of how much? Vision.
Everybody
never
loves
read
his
The Vision.
vision.
Oh, I loved his. It was
yeah,
dark.
his vision is
Strange
very.
Adventures so far has been good.
Yeah.
You know. But there's like, so I have hope that it's gonna be good. I just want to see like how they're gonna write Rorschach.
We'll see. That's
So.
a very interesting thing. But it seems like if you were going to get a writer, in the
pick the
world
right
right
one.
now, yeah, it's he sounds like he'd be capable of taking it up.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah.
He did play Rorschach.
He did, and he also played a fantastic,
You really want to get punched in the throat, don't you?
fantastic
Freddy Krueger.
stoned guy in that Will Ferrell movie that I can't remember the name
That's
of.
fine.
Stone guy and what Will Ferrell?
What was
movie?
the basketball one? What movie was that?
The basketball?
I
one.
don't know. What's
I
our
don't know. I'll look it up.
What's our next topic while we're looking?
Basketball with Will
But yes,
Ferrell.
I was gonna say Freddy.
Basketball?
No.
No, basketball was the South Park guys.
Yeah.
Okay, basketball with Will.
No, it's the
Ferrell.
one where he owned like a basketball team, like a.
Let's take a look.
This is what Google.
owned a basketball team. Will Ferrell?
Get Hard was the
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro. Okay.
That was a fantastic movie. And Jackie Earl Haley, amazing. Stoner taking a free shot.
Ooh, the internet would not agree with you.
Oh, I know they wouldn't.
22% on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb, and 47%
And you know what that
on
proves to me?
Metacritic.
It's perfect.
That the internet can kiss. Never mind.
You're a Hess.
I was gonna say a ball sack.
That's fine.
That's also fair.
The internet can kiss a ball. What's next?
I don't trust the internet anymore.
Well, no, you should. And that's the thing. You should never trust the internet because just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true.
That's true.
Oh my god, what a fantastic movie!
I've never seen it. I mean,
It's got Will Ferrell, so
However,
it already
I also-
has 30 points negative for me.
Come on, man. I mean, I'm
saw
always
that.
willing to give Will Ferrell a shot because he did do one of my favorite comedy movies of all time,
Which one?
Talladega
Talladega
Nights,
Oh.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
What about Old School?
Somebody didn't love
Old
you
school.
enough.
Well, yeah, but that's not really Will Ferrell though. That's
It's
Luke
amazing.
Wilson.
It's amazing.
Luke Wilson is awesome.
Sean William Scott.
What is?
Is he in Old School?
Yes, with the mini horse and the trank dart.
I don't remember that. I don't remember Sean William Scott being in
Can
in
you
Old School.
please look that up?
Wait, what are we looking at?
Sean William Scott, Old School.
Apparently
am I
involves
looking
a
at
mini
Am I looking at a
horse
clip
Yeah,
or
we're looking for a video because
and a trank
Devon.
dart.
It is the best part.
Old School?
Yeah.
Oh, Marvel Strike Force is canceled.
I just said that in this podcast.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
actually is like it's
Yeah,
like it's,
that's
Yeah,
what
we-
I was saying to you.
Yeah, he mentioned it.
I thought they were like ending. Like I
No.
thought it was just like ending. Like it's actually
No, it's
canceled. Canceled. Wow.
It gets one more issue when they're ending it.
Wow. That's impressive.
For how short it lasted?
Well, I mean, it's one of those books that like I mean, I wasn't expecting. I would have expected it to at least make it to issue 12, but it's not surprising.
No,
Oh.
It's a very niche kind of book,
I enjoyed it.
and also, it's one of these books that like they continuously try to make a book where they can put Angela, who's from the Spawn universe,
Right.
and they just never find a place for this character. Like, they've tried doing her own book. They tried putting her in Guardians. They've now tried putting her on a supernatural team because she used to fight supernatural things in Spawn. I just don't know what else they can do with this character at this point.
I'm enjoying
Give
it.
her back?
Well, it's owned by Neil Gaiman, so
Hell will freeze over first.
Wait, so she's in DC now?
Marvel.
She's a Marvel.
Marvel?
Marvel.
Really?
Yeah, her ongoing was actually.
Shouldn't
pretty
she
good.
hang out with Johnny Blaze?
You would think.
That
She's well. They did a whole story where you find out that she's Thor's sister.
Yeah.
Angela.
Is Thor's sister. You find out that the reason why she's like she's the Odin went to war with the angels.
Somebody
because
got milked.
So what? Yeah. Okay. No. So you find out the whole deal is that Odin goes to war with the angel world, and they the matriarch of the angels protect like she faints like she kills his daughter, but she steals his daughter and like flies away with her, but he thinks his daughter's dead. And then like when you meet Angela in the Marvel universe, Odin had like sealed off any way to get to the angel world, so they couldn't come into the universe anymore.
On Yggdrasil, he actually severs the
Like the
Angel's
Rainbow
realm.
Bridge?
No, because the Tree of Life, each branch of the tree is a different aspect of one of the 9 realms. He actually removes it
Yeah.
and destroys.
So they always talk about the 9 realms, but there's a 10th
There's a
realm,
10th
which is the
realm, which is where
angel realm.
angels live.
Wouldn't that be heaven?
No,
No. But then you find out that so when you meet
think
Angela,
of angels more as a species and not as a religious icon.
when they go into the whole
That's hard when that's a thing
when
in the universe as well. You know?
well so you get into the whole backstory when they actually get back to that world, which is during like the original Sin storyline. You find out that when she was raised there, she was the only angel that didn't have wings, and the reason why she doesn't have wings is because she's actually an Asgardian that was stolen from Asgard. And then that's how they did the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of a cool story, but they've done
Nothing.
nothing with the 10th realm or with Angela.
Kieran Gillen does a really good job with.
I really
The
feel like
first
she should be
arc.
hanging out with Ghost Riders.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
That makes a lot of sense, especially after the whole Zedekiel thing. And
Yeah, no, I read it last night and I was like, this is a fun book, and it was so funny because, I've enjoyed it, but I'm like, how is this book still coming out?
Strike Force?
Yeah, like I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, but I read it and I'm like, how is this book still coming out?
Do they get around the whole like? Because I remember like the first issue, and again, spoilers for anyone who
Didn't read it.
Yeah. Well, it's also such a weird team.
also,
It's-
is Baby Man Thing still hanging out with Blade in that book?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
See,
not
now it
doing
sounds
anything.
interesting
Well,
to
he's
me.
on the Avengers
Yeah,
now.
he's not
Well, yeah,
doing
yeah.
anything, but
Yeah,
yeah.
But no, but so I mean the team is just a strange team to begin with. I mean it's Blade, Angela, Spider Woman, Winter Soldier,
Monica Rambeau,
and yeah, Monica Rambo. And it's just,
Wiccan.
well, Wiccan wasn't on the poster.
Well, he's on the team though.
Yeah.
So is Damien Hellstorm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you because like the whole thing, like the whole first issue was like they accidentally kill Damien Hellstorm. Like they get sent there to kill him, but then they find out that they've been lied to.
It's not him. It's a shapeshifter.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the thing. There are shapeshifters right now posing as everyone else.
Did anybody read Strange Academy 2 this week?
No,
I did not.
Oh.
It was last week.
I'm not a big Umberto Ramos lover, so
Get out, Steven.
okay,
I agree.
cool. Bye.
Is that right? I thought that was that Ramos or Bacala?
Ramos.
That's Ramos.
Ramos. Yeah, no, there's a really good part with magic in there.
But
You should read it.
Sorry, I just.
Just fucking. read
Who's
it,
writing
Steven.
it? It's Scotty Young,
Scotty
right?
Young,
Yeah.
yeah. It's good.
Is it?
It's good. It's fun.
Oh, okay.
It's fun.
Don't get mad at me.
They pretty much written Doctor Strange out of it too. I think.
Perfect.
why? It's called Strange Academy.
I don't know. You get to see
He's
the.
like the headman. He's like the Dumbledore of Strange Academy.
Well, you get
Why
to
is he
see like
not
a
in
class schedule from one of the kids, like at the end of the book, and like Doctor Strange's name is like crossed out of like Master of Mystic Arts class, and I somebody.
Well, because he's Surgeon Supreme now.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Surgeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh,
that
yeah.
book too. This
The Surgeon
week,
Supreme.
super good.
You know, the weird thing, man, was like I remember like the lead up to that like weird relaunch again because we needed a new #1, and I was like, he finally uses magic to heal his hands. But he's like,
After
However many years.
50, 60 years.
yeah, like some like his part like the person who's like his new companion is like dying.
Is it still the girl from Marvel now?
No, it was someone else.
Oh, they got rid of her.
I know
liked
she's
her.
still floating around. She's mad at him for some reason or
Oh,
another.
okay.
But the person was like dying, and he goes, oh, the only way to save her is to like perform emergency surgery, but I can't because of my hands. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to use the magic the way it's not supposed to be used to heal myself. And he heals his hands, and now he's like,
Bored now.
yeah, it's weird. Like I think there's consequences to it, but I don't think they've gotten to that
He
yet.
can't use his feet.
Well, it's fine. He floats
That's the
everywhere.
same thing. That would be like Enya E. Curb coming out.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. You have no idea.
I'm telling you, that's the only way they can satisfyingly end.
That
Death metal.
nonsense.
It's not. They actually debuted the Darkest Night in the newest issue.
Ah,
Yeah.
boo.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Okay,
I'm hoping for more of a
Yeah.
character design, other than just this dark, shadowy nonsense.
all right, back to the Marvel comic books because DC sucks. We'll talk about Doctor Strange more. So this new book is all about.
Oh God. It's just I'm just zoning out.
So go ahead. Tell me.
Okay,
tell me
in
more
real
about-
life though, this new book is all about like somebody breaks into his like magical armory, and they're able to create this magic to create like crazy weapons of like mass destruction and whatnot. So he's got to track these people down.
Ruh-roh.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God! So it's like
Super good.
Scooby Doo and the 13
Yes.
Ghosts.
Oh,
It is.
I
It
love
is.
But it's
that.
Oh
Doctor
wow!
Strange
I
and his-
I
and his-
unintentionally
Yeah.
did that.
That was good.
Yeah,
But
it's
they're-
great. So it's Doctor Strange in his lost armory.
Yes,
That's amazing.
it is amazing. It's really good
Why is he called Surgeon Supreme though?
because he's still. Well, this is the thing. So he's kind of like Doogie Howser on the side.
Yeah.
Where like that's always the thing. Like he's got to go do his magic shit and like figure out who stole his stuff, but like he's always got to make it to the hospital on time for his planned surgeries and whatnot.
Well, I have a question.
I want to
about
know
that, though.
what his retainer is though for that.
A
Like I
lot,
need a
Steven.
surgery. I need a surgery. I'm gonna have Doctor Strange do it. Like what?
Well,
I
my
wonder-
Why
question-
doesn't
does
Doctor
my
Strange
insurance
go?
cover
Yeah.
it?
My question for that.
I guess he's more of a
becomes-
house in that sense.
My question for that becomes like, I mean, they have all his medical records. It's not like he went somewhere and like got this like legitimately done, and God only knows if it's actually. Like, what happens if this spell like finally just stops working in mid surgery?
I guess you.
Well,
you-
that'd
you
be
No, I
wonderful.
guess you sign a disclaimer or not.
Yeah. No,
why
like-
can't I think of what
But,
I
like,
want to
that's the thing.
say?
What hospital is gonna be like? Yeah, no, your hands like are legitimately like non-functioning, and like we have all the medical records to prove that, but we're gonna give you a job anyway.
They tell him too, like he's not allowed to use magic
Yeah, but
to perform his surgeries.
His hands are working because of magic. Wouldn't that technically
be magic?
Steven, it's still better than anything DC's doing right now.
I disagree.
Just
no,
read
he's right.
DC's going out of business. Doctor Strange is getting paid. I hate you, Steven.
No, you don't. You love me.
Right now I do.
You love me. And you
For the
know
next
it.
15 minutes.
Given the fact that like the only thing that Steven reads from DC anymore is Batman and Catwoman, I don't really know how he's saying that Marvel isn't putting
Justice
out
League Dark. And I love that.
Is it
book.
still coming out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rob V's writing it. He's
I didn't know
killing
that was
it.
still a thing.
He's actually killing it so much he's making me want to read Grant Morrison's Animal Man.
Did he get a better artist?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what your problem with that artist was, but yes.
Because that person just drew boxes as chests and didn't know how to draw cleavage. Oh, I'll show you, Jeremy. It's weird.
It's fine.
It's really weird.
It's fine.
Richard Headshot.
Yeah.
You should do the thing when I do
Yeah,
that.
go for it. Ready?
Wow.
Richard Headshot.
Oh, wait.
You gotta do it again.
Richard Headshot.
Oh my God! End this now.
There we go.
'Cause it's-
So I guess we know what Jeremy's been reading that he's been liking.
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Doctor
I've-
Strange.
Yeah.
So
man,
many.
Like,
or Strange Academy.
Pretty violent, still amazing.
what about you, Will? What are you recommending this week?
Oh my!
Once in Future.
You're not Will. You
Once in
had
Future.
your time.
I wasn't done yet.
he can take
had
me
your
out because I
time.
haven't read anything from last week, so I've
Okay,
got
once
In
in
it.
general,
Future,
like what? Like
still pretty.
in general, like even if you're just catching up on something, like
The Avengers book's been pretty decent. I like it. It's been pretty steady, you know. If you can stomach a regular Robbie Reyes appearance, it's fine. You know, I enjoy everybody else on the
a
book.
regular.
I mean,
like a bowel
will,
movement.
Like a series regular appearance of Robbie
I
Reyes.
mean, I will read it.
Like a
but it's one of those
bowel
things for me,
movement.
like being like a super. See, and like I know Jeremy likes like Danny Ketch and stuff. Like I got no problem with Danny, like whatever. But I love Johnny Blaze.
And
Like,
Johnny Blaze does show up because there's an entire arc
Yeah.
where
also Johnny Blaze is the main focus of the Ghost Rider book again, which thank God. But
Uh-huh.
like for me to read Avengers like and Robbie Reyes like as a regular cast member, I literally have to read it near a phone with the hotlines like on speed dial.
What?
Like any hotline that like helps me, like a preventative hotline, like that's how I have
You're
to.
calling a suicide hotline.
Yeah, are
I
we
have-
why didn't you-
implying
I have
that
to
you
keep-
need a...
Why didn't you just say that that's what you
No,
were
it could
doing?
also. I mean, maybe
That's a-
maybe no. Why,
I mean,
why
it is
would-
quite
hold on,
bleak.
Stop. Okay, no. Why are you gonna go dark with this? Okay, and that's not funny. I'm like Robbie Reyes makes me want to drink, so maybe it's an AA hotline.
Oh, you
That's
can
still
hang out
pretty
with
dark.
Danny Ketch
a
then.
fictitious
No.
character is causing you to do harm to your body by drinking. Any of these hotlines you're thinking of are literally all going dark places.
Oh, I'm not sad about drinking and being drunk because of Robbie Reyes.
Then why
I
are you
mean,
calling
just
it a
sad
hotline?
about
to
Robbie
tell them that
Reyes
I'm
in
drunk
general.
because of Robbie Reyes.
I think the audience is aware that you don't like Robbie Reyes,
I-
but
I
that's...
I
think-
totally
think
agree
you
with
need-
Devon.
I think you need your phone taken.
No,
over the
okay.
record.
I want to hear Jeremy say that he agrees with me.
yeah.
I'm sure that he's going to take this in a way darker place than I ever could.
But that's
so,
all-
Jeremy, what's
yeah.
your take on this? How do you
I'm just
read
gonna make
Robbie
it-
Reyes comics?
I'm just gonna make it simple. I hate Robbie Reyes. It's
Pretty plain and simple.
he
But
makes,
yeah,
he makes me want to.
Die.
If he was a local congressman, would you vote for him?
I mean, you know, I
No.
gotta look at his politics.
No,
I gotta see his policy.
I'm sure he's like the Marvel equivalent to AOC at this point.
To what?
Just next.
Okay.
Keep it
like
going.
if it like
Dear God.
if it came down to it, like I would burn down an orphanage to get rid of Robbie Reyes.
Jesus. All right.
Well, okay, you see.
It's a fictitious character.
Yeah, it's not that. Anyway.
What is wrong with you people?
I'm liking. I'm. X-Men is weird. But all right. I'm sticking along with that fever dream of the X world that's going on.
Oh, sorry, I'm still on Jeremy's hatred of Robbie Reyes here.
To burn down.
That was dark, man. That was
You're
rough.
calling all the you're calling all the hotlines, and he's
I didn't
burning
say
down.
all the hotlines. I said I have a hotline on speed dial.
3 minutes ago.
I literally have to read it near a phone with the hotlines like on speed dial. Doesn't have to be a negative hotline either.
3 minutes ago.
Like any hotline that like helps with like a preventative hotline. It
Can
could
it
be one
be
of
a
those.
Could be like
Sexy
one of
hotline?
one of those calling.
Oh my God, Will,
Like-
something else.
It could be.
Please.
It could
What
be one
are
of
you
those
looking
hotlines
forward
that charges
to?
me money, man. Who
Oh
knows?
my God.
Steven, what can you recommend?
I can recommend these shoes, Johnny
yeah.
Sandwiches. Johnny
Yeah.
Sandwiches here,
They're very lovely.
made by Play School, Fisher Price.
Oh my God.
They're like it's like you're on your first day of kindergarten, man.
I just wish they were Velcro.
All they need, honestly,
I
dude,
wish
like,
they were Velcro. That would be amazing.
Jeremy, all you need to do now is you just gotta like
Put socks on.
no, you have to glue
Haha,
like
they're there. They're there someplace. Look
you
at
have to
that.
glue little propellers to the tips of your shoes.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
No, on the back.
On the back,
Steven.
no, and they're gonna hit the ground.
I'm not
I'd
talking
be like
over this
Namor then.
nonsense.
No, you have to glue them on the sides then for Namor.
Oh, that's fine. I'll do that.
I have a question. You know what? I'm not a huge Namor fan. I don't really read. I've never really read a lot of Namor stories. Do those wings help him fly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I thought they
Yeah.
just made him swim faster. I wasn't
No,
sure.
they
No,
help
it's
him
a flight thing.
It is. Okay.
In
It's like the one thing he really has over Aquaman.
in
He got face huggered.
yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
He
I thought
sure
that
did.
same thing.
In his own damn kingdom.
yeah.
What?
It's in the new
Wait,
giant
he got
set.
face huggered?
Yes.
Yeah, by like
by
a
by
squid.
who?
By an actual alien, because Marvel
No,
has
No,
the
by
rights
like
to
a
that.
squiddy thing.
Oh. It was like
Um,
cuttlefish.
No, before they did the Cabal thing,
Yeah.
there's like the mini that we had out. I don't know if we sold it.
Yeah.
Venom actually eats his wings off,
Oh.
Jesus.
and he can't fly. And like at the end of that arc, he can only like one foot has his little feathery things, his
Their
little
wings.
wings.
So he's
Yeah.
flying like lopsided.
Yeah, like he can't really do it. Like
Oh,
he,
just
he-
flying in circles.
He
That's
does it
fucked up.
enough just to get enough momentum to kick the shit out of Venom.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the series, like I'm assuming Doom fixes it.
No, they probably just grow back.
I don't really know.
I
yeah.
imagine they would just grow
It's like
back.
a Namor tornado.
Steven, what are you looking forward to? What can you recommend to
Uh,
our audience?
Devil's Highway was brilliant.
Life is a
Who's
Dev-
that by?
Upshot, but it's Benjamin Percy.
Upshot. No, it's AWA. isn't
What?
it?
Yeah, AWA. Devil's Highway was brilliant. If you're looking for a horror Jessica Jones, that is your book. Sacred Six I read, which is spinning out of Vampirella, was a lot of fun. Beautiful looking book, and in typical Christopher Priest fashion, you know, you're not giving me much to work on other than just here's what's happening. And I'd like to know what else is happening.
Here's a bunch of women
Yeah,
barely wearing any clothes.
that's fine.
I like it.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Gen 13?
Oh, they're more.
Fairchild wore a fair amount of clothing.
Later on, it got skimpier.
Yeah, she got skimpier. She got
Got
older.
super skimpy.
I'm trying to think of what else I'm reading. I think that's really. My first Spider-Woman #1 came today, so I'm excited to get home and read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Side
That's okay,
note.
that's all
but-
right.
No. Side note. I'm sorry. You mentioned Gen 13. Do you know that the original title for that book was supposed to be Gen X?
Dear Lord.
And
That doesn't surprise
Marvel gave them a cease and desist order.
Nice.
They're like, yeah, if you put this title out, we're gonna sue you. That's why it got changed to Gen 13.
That's funny.
And then they did
Because-
crossovers anyway.
Yeah.
Because Generation X literally came out the same month that
Yeah.
book came out.
It's funny how that always happens.
Huh. But yeah,
Tee-hee-hee.
that's really all I got.
Yeah.
Devon.
Not comic book. Actually, is the Dresden Files. Anyone out there who wants a really good sci-fi book, or a nice audiobook, Dresden Files. Everything Dresden Files. You could even jump in on any random book. Just read them. They're amazing. Jim Butcher, Dresden Files. New book is number 16. It's called Peace Talks. Check it out.
Who's the artist on that book?
It's
It's
an
a
actual
book.
book,
It's
baby.
no pictures, Jeremy.
No. It's
Oh,
a real
The
book.
audiobooks are read by James Marsters, which is amazing. So
Spike.
yeah.
By the way, also in the order.
Shut up.
James Marsters is in the order.
Yes, it's only for
Jesus
like
Christ.
an episode though.
I'm gonna have to watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
now.
He's
have
like
to-
a weird he's part of a weird hippie magician's cult.
Does he still look like he loves me?
He looks like he's real old now.
So he still looks like he loves
You know,
me.
he actually
Probably.
did an interview recently that he would come back to do either like a Buffy one shot movie or a Spike spinoff, as long as they found a way to make him look like exactly how he did when the show ended, because he's like
Hey,
Spike,
CGI,
he's a vampire.
man.
He's like
Yeah,
they
Grand
can't
Moff
age.
Tarkin looked fabulous.
I actually thought I thought General Tarkin looked fine.
Tarkin looked
In
fake.
the movie theater, it looked weird, but on Blu-ray, it actually looks a lot more clean.
Well, that's
Honestly,
what I'm, saying.
I'm not
I
even a-
watched it on Blu-ray, and I was like, I don't know what everyone's problem is. This
It's-
looks
it's
Yeah, I
fine.
thought it looked
very-
fine.
It's
Did you
that,
remember-
but it's also like
Leia
not even,
bothered
like-
me, but that's
it's
'cause
not
I
even
knew what
like
she looked like.
morally right. I mean, the man's dead. Let him rest. Recast
It's
him.
not like they
come
used him
on.
for the whole movie, though. Wasn't it just like 3 scenes?
No,
Oh,
he
was
was in
it?
it for like at least 20 minutes.
I don't even understand why they wouldn't just age up like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, like come on, man.
they
Like the
didn't wanna
guy's
record him.
the guy's literally in the grave. Like let him rest. Don't
No,
do a zombie puppet thing.
everyone should come back as CGI.
no.
Hey, they do
Everyone.
those weird Tupac
even
concerts.
even Leia in the Skywalker, that was weird.
No, that one was
Because that was just her, and they were using old lines that could be used for anything. Like, she'd be like Rey could be, pouring her heart out, and Leia's just like, use the Force.
Who was-
Like, it's just stuff that she
well,
said.
I mean, but they really couldn't they wrote themselves into a corner. They had no way around that.
Yeah,
They
because she was
had
the
to
only
finish
one
the-
of the original cast that wasn't dead in canon, but was dead
Well,
in real life.
Originally, wasn't that movie supposed to be focused around her?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
supposed to be
Not in
Leia's-
Duel of the Fates.
No, originally they said that
It was going to be
the
heavy on
basic
Carrie
the
Fisher.
basic premise of Duel of the Fates was centered around Rey and
Yeah.
and Ben Solo, but they said that each movie of the new trilogy was supposed to spotlight one of the original 3.
Because the first was Han, the second was Luke,
and then
and
the
then
third
the
one
third.
was going to be Leia.
And she was gonna be, God, that stuff they hinted to, where Leia was a Jedi at one point, but then was like, nah, I have kids, man, this is gonna screw them up.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
And
Here's-
she was a Jedi. It would have been so
yeah,
good.
she was. First off, that was also. I mean, everything they've done in the new trilogy is garbage. But the stuff in the original extended universe, where she actually does have a lightsaber and she actually is kicking ass, yes, she's an awesome Jedi.
That was probably in a disappointing end. It probably was my favorite scene. Was the Luke and Leia training flashback scene?
Yeah.
That was really sick. And they did a good job with the CGI. But again, they're at least alive.
2 things.
Tell me your words.
1, Spike movie and or TV show perfect. Please bring back Michelle Trachtenberg. Please, hot. 2, who's the girl that played Jenny in Forrest Gump?
Jenny. I'll look it up.
Oh, why?
She's also in Princess Bride.
Yeah.
My girl.
Oh
She-
man.
As
What
soon
is
as
her
I hear it,
name?
I'm gonna feel stupid.
She was in Blade Runner 2029 or
Yes.
2049.
Robin Wright.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Right.
I was gonna say Lauren
Click on
Wright.
her.
I love Robin
So-
Wright. She's my
Do we
best
want to
friend.
know movies and
Yeah,
TV shows?
yeah.
She was in Wonder Woman?
Yeah, she's
She's Hippolyta.
no, she's not Hippolyta.
She's the girl who trains her, right?
She was
the
in
one
Blade
that
Runner
trained-
She's not
2049.
Artemis, right?
She was in
No,
Unbreakable.
Keep
because
going.
Artemis is. I'll
The
tell you who
Congress.
Artemis is later.
Okay, so
It
she's in a
makes
movie
no
called The
sense.
Congress where she plays herself, and the whole idea of the movie is basically CGI.
Oh,
These
that was a
actors are
cool
selling
movie.
the rights to their image, so these movie studios can just forever make movies using their images.
Yeah.
And that's what that made me think of. The,
That was
the
a
whole
cool
Grand Moff
movie.
Tarkin
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what we're coming to.
Yeah.
Well, I
Because
think
that
they,
what
but I
they
think
did.
they actually got the okay from his family though.
Who's?
The Peter Cushing's family.
Yes,
They
did.
actually actually had to go through and get the okay to do that.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously you
but
need
we're-
the
we're-
okay
we're
because
at
they
that
did
point
they
now
did
where-
something
Dude,
similar
when
with
Whitney-
Marlon Brando.
When Whitney died, she toured do
they-
all CGI and holograms.
Yeah, they do that with Tupac.
Yeah.
That's
Hold
because she
on.
needs to dance with
Wait,
somebody.
who-
I think it was Marlon Brando because
For
they made
what?
they're making or already made. That's not who I was.
So help me
looking
God,
for.
if you say The Godfather,
I like
I will
Marin
burst.
No,
Brando
they were
better.
making this war movie that they never got to make with Marlon Brando. They were like, Marlon Brando would be good.
The Dirty Baker's Dozen.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was a war movie, but they got this guy that looks like him, and they were gonna CGI him and make him do an impression of, I think it was Marlon.
Oh
yeah,
my
it was.
God, it was gonna be. They're gonna get Michael Cera to do it.
Oh, it was James
Just like in-
Dean. James
Wow.
Dean was being CGI'd into this. He was
No.
gonna be the main
I
character.
heard about that.
Yep.
I did hear
I don't
about
like
And
this.
that's I don't like these Hollywood meat puppets that they're using. Like, no, just let them. You lost them. They're gone. Sad, but like, let them rest.
Well, again, the whole idea of the Congress, like, if you sign your rights away to like something
Yeah.
like that, that's fine. But none of these people ever had a choice. Like,
No, yeah,
I'm sure
that's-
Tupac
yeah.
doesn't want to look like a fool.
No.
yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
the
that's-
weird thing
that's-
because DMX does that a lot. He'll just be like, oh yeah, Pac's here with me tonight. I'm like, oh no.
Ugh, God.
I disagree with
DMX
that.
needs to make money.
Isn't DMX like Where the Hood at? Or no, that's
X
not.
gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, there's where
That
my
is Where the
dog's
Hood at. That's what a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go read Dresden Files. That's it.
But
Read
yeah,
Dresden
I guess
Files.
if you want to close this out.
Yeah.
Be careful, there's no pictures.
So be careful. No, Jeremy, it's a book.
The cover may show you a picture, but it's misleading.
That it is.
I'll get you to read a real book one day. It's fine.
No.
All right. Well, this has been another October Country Comics podcast with Devon.
Will?
Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity.
And Johnny Sandwiches, aka Johnny Dairy Free.
Goodbye, y'all.
Dear God.